This is either going to be degenerate or sinister. I have no idea. Got a new drop by John Bravo. Larry Wheels files are much worse than you ever imagined.
And I've had this for a long time. But I felt at the time that it was so personal. It was so, like I said, I've been getting nightmares. You guys are probably going to have them too now every time you think of Larry's face or see it on the screen. I felt bad to put it out there in the public. So do you guys remember what Larry, that piece of shit, did? How he robbed his good friend Daniel for $50,000 for a down payment of his house and never paid.
If Liver King was like 6'2", he might be the most OP person in the fitness industry.
Paid him a cent back, and now that guy is stuck driving around in Ubers and feeding his family McDonald's. You guys remember that shit, right? Well, while I was investigating that story, I saw files and files of information on Larry, messages, conversations. I spoke personally to people that were the closest to him, and I heard stories and seen shit.
For anyone who doesn't know, this video is from when he confessed that he had an addiction to cam girls, spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on digital whores.
Ted, I never wanted to see.
Yeah, that personally was like watching an ISIS beheading. That was like some Mexican cartel type shit. If you lived through this moment, you never forget it.
Again, because since then, I've been having nightmares about all that sick shit, and I never wanted to release it so you guys won't have those.
How much money do I think Larry makes? It's an interesting question. Because as an influencer, I do have some insight. I think he probably makes a lot of money, or at least has in the past. But my intuition, and based on his precarious situations, it doesn't seem like he's good at navigating business deals. Now, I could be talking out of my ass, I don't know. But that is my first impression. And what I mean by that is it can be something simple as like ownership or stake in a company. See, I fly solo with almost everything I do. Partnerships, not going to happen here at Third Eye Global. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a Sigma male. I need 100% creative freedom. It's the way it's got to be.
Nightmares. But now that the word is out, and, you know, I've heard since then, other people are hurt by Larry's actions. You guys, saying, John, release the Larry files, release the Larry files. I said, you know what? You guys want to see this shit? Because he's an asshole? I'm going to show it to you. But you know how I always say, get out your popcorn, your goobers, milk duds, meat, the purple Skittles. I don't know if I could tell you that this time, because if you do, you may spit that shit out when I show you this shit.
John, release the Larry files. And so if you want to know in full details exactly what's going on, remember, I'm not even going to say what he's done. It's far too gross for this channel. Type in the comment section.
It's just crazy that we have multiple people teasing us about the Larry files. I don't know what to think. This could be anything.
On release the Larry files. Look at Larry's face right here. I mean, are you even kidding me right now?
So recently, we see Larry on Kick live streaming, all over the place because he wants to join all the other assholes. He wants that Eddie Kick money, right? Because we know he doesn't have the money, even though he pretends he does. He can't even pay the guy back.
The Eddie Kick money. I'm just saying, Kick.com has the best split. Creator first, 95.5, Kick.com/Philion. And they have the KPP, the Kick Partner Program, meaning your boy gets paid per hour. It's not much, but it's honest work. And it scales with the views. Twitch ain't doing that. YouTube ain't doing that. 50-50 split, 70-30 split, gross. So real ones are over on Kick.com/Philion. It's the best streaming website there is.
$50,000. Well, now we see him, right, with his wife, pimping out his wife.
If you need to borrow tens of thousands of dollars for a house, I don't know if you should be buying that house.
Wife all over for attention. And there's all this shit going around, you know. Why is Larry acting like a cuck? You know, pimping out his wife like this? What's really going on behind the scenes?
Oh no. Who did this?
You see, I think Larry can be a good streamer. He's got a very unique personality and position. He's like the strongest guy in every room unless Andrei Smayev is there.
What? After all the memes that have been going viral on the internet, this is what you come up with?
Yeah.
While I'm on live?
Like, I think he's playing into it because, as we know, it pays to be a cuck online. It gets a lot of engagement. It really does. And if you're actually secure with yourself, which I don't know if he is or not, I guess we'll find out. Like, this means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Like, if you're married to someone and then just, you know, a lot of young kids treat it like, you know, his wife is going to leave him when he gets mogged.
Oh, that's funny. Smire and he says, I see trouble in a rose. So that was like the second or third time he DM'd me and then I sent his message because I heard not.
Bro really thought that he was about to cuck me.
Well, in one of those streams, Larry and his wife started talking trash, not about Greg Doucette, right? Because Greg made some videos back.
I'm just laughing at the absurdity of how strong Larry Wheels is in comparison to other people he interacts with. You can only understand this if you go to the gym and you strength train. But the fucking idea of this absolute behemoth just being able to literally throw people through walls, it's absurd.
But about Greg's girlfriend started making fun of her looks. And when Greg saw it, he said, you know what, Larry? You got personal with me, I'm going to get personal back. And in the past, I gave
Atom splitting giant becomes internet jester.
Greg a couple screenshots showing that Larry was really a cuck, and I knew it this whole time.
You say whatever you want to Coach Greg. I don't care. But when you go and attack my girlfriend for no reason who did
Wait, what did he say about his girl, bro?
nothing wrong at all, well, you're then making it personal. And so since
This is kind of overpowered. If you're an influencer and you have a girlfriend that's also, I guess, in the spotlight vicariously, or as a byproduct of your fame, and she wears a shirt that says, I watch Coach Greg, it's just, we live in a dystopia, but it is very entertaining.
you want to get personal, I'm now going to talk about the things that I know.
Is Larry Wheels stronger than Unk? On paper, yeah. Larry Wheels had like a 2,300 total in a powerlifting meet. For example, mere mortals make it like a life goal to hit the 1,000-pound club between the big three, bench, squat, deadlift. I hit it in nearly 2. 425 squat, 525 dead, that's 950. And then a 300 bench on top of that. That's 1,250. So he's quite literally 1,100 pounds stronger. He has 3 weight class world records.
And that I actually have proof. And so Larry Wheels is actually a cuck. Now, I'm not suggesting maybe. I'm not saying
Lifting weights is totally different body mechanics than throwing a punch. I'm aware.
I think. I'm saying that I know. One day, I want you to text me about this kind of stuff and talk to me like a cuckold with the bowing down sign. He's going to get tag teamed by Coach Greg and John Bravo, 2 of the most infamous characters on the internet that you don't want around with. And I'm not talking about actually having sexy time with us. I'm talking about messing with us, poking the bear.
So now going back on what I was saying earlier, you know, when I was investigating the story of how you robbed Daniel, I've had this shit, and I've had this shit for a long time. But I felt at the time that it was so personal. It was so sick. Like I said, I've been getting nightmares. You guys are probably going to have them too now every time you think of Larry's face or see it on the screen. It was so sick, I felt bad.
Guys, How bad can this be?
Had to put it out there in the public. So since then, I've gotten closer with some of the people, multiple women that were in Larry's life. And I've built strong relationships with them, and they've shown me things, they've told me things. And I feel really bad for them because they were deeply, and still to this day, deeply affected by their relationship with Larry. And it's their story to tell, and I'm not going to tell their personal stories here. That's up to them to say it.
Bro, it's bad.
But what I will say is that their lives are deeply affected by what he did to them till this day. I mean, I know one girl, she doesn't even want to have a boyfriend again, and she can't even have sex since Larry.
Oh my God, it's too early for this.
Because that's how much these things affected her. And do you guys remember, years ago, one of Larry's ex-girlfriends came out, made a video, right? Claimed that he cheated on her with not just women, with men, spent all his money on Chatterbait, and she said a bunch of other things in the video. Well, quickly, that was dismissed and people, forgot about it. But since then, I've heard similar stories from multiple women in Larry's life.
What's in the box?
It took a really long time for me to admit this to myself, even in privacy. It took a lot of talking to professionals, and it took a lot of space from him to, really understand what I had been dealing with in my relationship with him for years. And that is abuse. And I mean, that's abuse across the board: physical, mental, emotional, and narcissistic abuse with this person. Starting with the cheating aspect.
Who cares? Men? Hold on.
Like I said, I've been with him for 5 years, and he's cheated on me for 5 years, since day one. This is cheating on me with the woman. This is cheating on me with the man. This is cheating on social platforms. I've even had women from Chatterbait reach out to me and inform me of their relations with one another.
So now Larry's behavior, Rob and his friend, the $50,000, still not paying him back at all, still driving around in the Uber. Multiple stories from multiple women of him really destroying their lives. And now that he's been outed as a cuck by Greg already, you guys all asking for the Larry files. I'm going to show them to you. But like I said in the beginning, you guys may have nightmares from this shit. But before
I don't even want to watch this, to be honest.
I want to explain a little bit of something. This is not meant to shame anybody about kinks. Listen, we're all human beings. Part of being a human being,
I'll do the kink shaming,
is we have all different kind of crazy shit that we like, right? Some crazier and
not really
weirder than others. And Larry's is, really crazy shit. But this is not meant to shame him. But saying that, okay, you can't go in life and destroy people's lives because of those kinks. All right, before I start, I need a little sip of coffee.
Hold up. I gotta give John Bravo some space here. I'm going top left. I gotta bring my subs with me.
Coffee to handle this shit. When I tell you guys this shit's been giving me nightmares, I see Larry's face. I get sick thinking about this shit. Now let's see. If you guys like the Larry files, I'm sure it too. So don't say I...
This pizza chip, bro. You guys said you wanted the Larry files. I'm giving you the Larry files.
didn't warn you, all right? All right, this is the first one that you guys saw in Greg's video.
Okay, so white text box is allegedly Larry Wheels.
He's sending a screenshot of his face, right? Showing that he's a cuck. And he goes, "You think your OF members know I'm a cuck?" She goes, "Most likely. I can tell them." He goes, "How would you do that?" She goes, "A video or photo, and I can say Larry loves being a cuck. Who would help me?" Now, this is the part of the conversation with the girl where Larry is revealing to her that, you know, it would mean a lot to him if she would do shit with other men. All right, so you understand the context. And she says to him, you know, "It feels wrong doing it when I'm going out with you. Like you sleeping with another girl. I would hate it." Larry goes, "That's why you'll love it, because it's wrong. but I'll love it more than you do. Ha ha ha. And she goes, so would you, about sleeping with another girl? He goes, no, of course not. She goes, I suppose it's not easy to understand what I enjoy. I know most men want to stick their D in everything that comes their way. So you'd only like me to do it, but you doing it with the girl is wrong, so it's the same? And then he goes, but then there are guys like me who want their girlfriends to get and send pics. And then he puts his arms up like what a girl does in her emojis, and he says, I enjoy you being open and slutty. While I know I'll never touch another woman, it's how I'm wired. It doesn't excite me to sleep with another woman. It excites me more if you sleep with another man. Fucked up, right?
Whoa!
I can't believe this shit I'm reading. This conversation alone plays me on my insecurities, so if I did it anytime soon, I would think, well, if we can do it with the guy, what if he goes and does it with another girl? So I have to be totally 100% secure to do this. See, so Larry, in this whole conversation, he's revealing to the girl, I don't want to sleep with no other girls, but it's okay. You can do it with the other men because I like it. She says, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. As I said, I just have to learn that, and I totally trust it. He goes, more time together, more trust, and more comfortable. Exactly, still building on the foundations of the relationship. I do believe we'll do it for sure and just laugh at it, but right now I'm not ready.
You guys have to beg your girl not to cheat on you. I have to beg mine to cheat on me. I'm the alpha. Yeah, I can't tell if this is the highest T activity or the lowest, but it doesn't sit right with me.
He goes, maybe we can take baby steps in that direction. She says, of course, better. Slowly work towards it, at least to a point where you can talk about it comfortably. Yeah, I mean, physically, someone else is a huge step. See, so she's not totally into this. She doesn't understand why he wants her to do this shit.
Why is somebody else's relationship any of our business? I'm confused. Did he say something that contradicts this, or what's going on? Yeah, I agree. I guess it depends how dark this gets. What are you talking about, dude? Everything is our business. This is the internet.
Right? So he's trying to convince her. One day, I want you to text me about this.
Bro, it's public stuff. Who posted this? I guess these files were sent to John Bravo.
Kind of stuff, and talk to me like a cuck. Thanks in advance. She says, how so, master? Like I'm the submissive one, and you rub in my face how these guys did things with you I haven't. Then he throws up the hands again. What's with that girl shit emoji? I've been so clean with you. How does that make you feel? He goes, inadequate. He wants the shit dirty. So this, I'm assuming, she did shit with the guy and filmed it because he wants to watch it. He goes, naughty Dobby, please send something from the video, Dobbs. And she goes, it's too much. I will make another video one day. He goes, even if you screenshot and crop something from it, censor stuff in the background, can use an app to censor stuff in the background of the photo screenshot. I apologize for being persistent, but as you said, we don't know next time you will do something like this, and I feel there is definitely something that can be taken from that video and crop censors.
Please, anything from that video.
She goes, okay, I will look. No, I totally get it. He goes, thanks, Dom. So he's really into watching all this shit. Then he sends her a text saying, Dick is waiting for you. Have been waiting in line after everyone on OF for you. She says he's the real simp. Larry goes, yes, I am.
Lord have mercy.
Look at this one. We can go now, he says. Okay, cool. I'll go out, put some clothes on. I got on my knees and kissed your feet after you had from other guy. Masty is feeling very grateful. She says, is Masty going to watch the videos of me being a... Yes, I'm watching now. I couldn't wait. I still can't believe all the shit I'm reading. Now this one is the sick one. I don't understand why somebody would want a woman's heel down there. All right, look what he's...
Yeah, I made videos about this FinDom shit, pay pigs, simping, cuckoldry. This is up there.
Says, he goes, I'm in front. Can Masty, what is this pep word? Can Masty under Dobby's heel, it'll be the most simp way to. She goes, no, not allowed to. He goes, okay, Dobbs. Now this one, are you ready for this? She says, I've had 2 Ds already. He says, have you actually? Wow, babe, that's so hot.
I'm laughing at John Bravo reading this, bro. You know, when it's like you're gathered around in the reading circle in school and the teacher's reading to the class. That's what it's giving. Licks the fingers, turns the page.
Did they both feel coming home? Okay. Is Masty gonna fill Dobby?
Dude, I'm thinking like Dobby the fucking house elf. Like, what is going on here? Does Dobby want a sock?
Yes, Masty's gonna fall inside Dobby's. Did Dobby shower or anything? I was in the shower, but I didn't clean myself. He says, okay, perfect. Now, this here is a message from a guy who messaged a girlfriend, right, of Larry, saying, I know he's been messaging other women. She says, oh, really? Show me. Look, I don't want to be a homewrecker. Just know he messaged my girlfriend.
So, ethically, right? You know, you putting this out there. Not ideal. These are private conversations. But if someone is going around a certain industry, like propositioning women in this manner, it's only a matter of time before this comes out. Is she ever thought about being a lifter/vixen?
If she'd ever thought about being a lifter/vixen. Sounds kind of weird. Then he unsent.
Yeah, he's Napoleon maxing. Be home in 4 days. Don't wash.
The message. So I'm not going to say what a vixen is, but it's very similar to a voyeur kind of thing. I can't say the shit on here. All right. So he's basically, you know, finding girls on Instagram with the guy and asking if he can do something. All right. That's all I'm going to say. So this last one, okay, is a conversation.
Vixen is a female fox. Obviously, I know it has other connotations, but I truly don't know what it means in this context. I can assume.
I trust the source, but I'm not confirming this actually happened, but it's a funny story. He goes, I don't know what's worse, him stealing money or the girls at Mount Vernon Barbell that pegged him a few years back. So I guess him and Peggy are into the same old shit. But Larry, he's the real, you know, Mount Vernon pegger, MVP.
I can't even watch this.
In all of this, it's only a matter of time before
I had to look into the void.
Shit comes out too. I used to train at that gym and would hear the stories that this is going back like 6-7 years. Now, people, all right, I'm only reading a piece of these conversations. Like I said, I have massive amount of information and personal stuff about the other personal things of how it affected these girls, all this behavior. But I'm not putting that in this video. Like I said, if the girls want to come out and speak their story, they can. But that's all I'm going to read for you guys, because I think you guys have enough shit where now when you look at Larry, you're going to be sick from this shit too and have those nightmares. So now you guys know all this crazy shit about Larry, right? Well, you know all this shit that's going on online, all these clips, all these memes going around about, you know, Larry being a cuck to Rampage Jackson because that stream they did. Well, looking at it now after knowing.
Guys, I don't think you understand the implication of this. This means that it wasn't a joke. Dude, I'm going to throw up, dude. I don't like this. Dude, Imagine you hear that laugh from the corner of the room, bro.
Rampage, Larry, his wife, and there was a lot of awkward moments on the table. And at one point, Rampage was asked, you know, why doesn't he go on Discord? And he said, you know what? I'm too busy streaming. And then he turns, he looks at Larry's girlfriend and gives her the side eye.
Dude. Did they bang, bro? Wined him, dined him, 69'd him. No wonder she didn't leave him for gooning. She's a D-Gen too.
Again.
I don't get it. I don't know what they put in my Discord. I don't even be looking at my Discord. I've been too busy streaming and streaming and hanging out.
Natural.
That's way from you.
Oh no, I don't mess with married women.
Dude, this is fucking preposterous now. Hindsight is 20/20. Yo, I don't like to admit it, but the red pillars were fucking right, dude. The red pill Avengers, I was thinking, maybe give the benefit of the doubt. No. No. Could just be a Rampage joke. Oh yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Then after that, they're still all sitting on the table talking to the chat. Somebody brings up P. Diddy. And once his name is brought up, I wonder why. Look how awkward things got even more now.
Diddy booty is fine.
Oh, Diddy booty.
That's
His nickname.
Diddy booty.
Diddy Booty Jackson. That's what they call it. Diddy Booty Jackson. Hey, she doesn't know. She's a foreigner. I'm introducing.
I know about Diddy, but I didn't know Diddy Jackson is the
Oh, now you know about Diddy Booty Jackson.
Did you ever go with your career to these freakouts, parties?
Hilarious.
No judgment.
Yeah, this is the same stuff. Some lotion.
Rampage doesn't like that shit. Yeah, he has like a couple no-go zones. I don't know the joke there. I don't know why they call him that. But from other clips, it's like that, and you can't bring up John Jones. You bring up John Jones, he sees red.
They're gonna score you. They're gonna blow you up.
And then the best part, right? Larry, he goes, you know what? I would have went to the P. Diddy party. And I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, we all know how much you love rubbing yourself in oil for the bodybuilding shows. Of course you're gonna rub yourself all over in that shit at a P. Diddy party, you asshole.
I mean, if Diddy invited me, I maybe would have gone. I was single at the time. I mean, I would have, maybe showed up, see
Yeah,
what's
why
all
not?
about. Just check it out.
Yeah, you really saw what it was all about.
I think everybody would.
No,
It's so cucked to get mad when someone even mentions the name of the man who beat you. Yeah, I mean, John Jones is just the Grim Reaper and dismantled him at the age of what, 24? Wasn't that the fight that cemented John Jones as the light heavyweight champion? Like, it's a sport. It's combat. It happens. Like, it's not a big deal.
I mean, yeah, back then. No, yeah, back then. But now knowing what Diddy was up to,
Yeah.
what you think of?
Yeah, you would lose respect. Like, people would judge you all kinds of ways. People knew you were at the party. But before this came out, if he Diddy invited you.
Yeah, you would, because you didn't know what he was up to. But now you know what he's up to. He like dudes, his nipples.
I didn't hear about all that.
Oh, okay, you didn't hear about it. Okay. Diddy like men, bro. Did you hear about that?
No, for
I
my
don't
understanding,
So after that whole fiasco, Larry and his wife, they went on their Kickstream
Jones was the first guy to stop Rampage in the ring.
Live again, right, begging for donations. And people were teasing him about that whole Rampage thing, right? And for no reason, no one said anything about being a cuck. Larry had to volunteer and say, listen, I'm not a cuck. And if you really look into what he's saying, now we know why he was bringing it up out of nowhere, just like Greg said.
I mean, he's fine, but no, he's not my type, for sure not. He was very nice and entertaining, but in that particular clip where I'm like touching my hair, you can tell I'm like fully zoned out, and it was just funny, but...
Despite what was said with those clip farming clips, I am not a cuck. For anyone out there wondering, there is no cuckoldry going on here in this matter.
Someone is lying to me, and I don't like not knowing who.
in a weird position. I don't know what to say.
The truth.
Dog. See, part of this whole cuckoldry thing is like this air of humiliation. And all I'm saying is bringing it up unprompted, it's a little sus.
So in the end, and I've spoken about,
Let's run it back. Let's get a play-by-play.
if you really look into what he's saying, now we know why he was bringing it up out of nowhere, just like Greg said.
I mean, he's fine, but no, he's not my type. For sure not.
Okay, so she's saying he's fine, but Rampage Jackson is not my type.
He was very nice and entertaining, but in that particular
He was very nice and entertaining, but in that particular moment, I was zoned out.
clip where I'm like touching my hair, you can tell I'm like fully zoned out, and it was just funny. But
Despite what was said with those clip farming clips, I am not a cuck. For anyone out there wondering, there is no
She's laughing. She finds it hilarious.
cuckoldry going on here in this matter.
in a weird position. I don't know what to say.
I'm in a weird position. I don't know what to say.
The truth.
So in the end, and I've spoken about this before in other videos, I believe this is a perfect example of what happens when you are a 16-year-old kid. You go on copious amount of performance-enhancing drugs, and how dangerous it is and how much it can control your brain and your thoughts and can change them. And I know Derek, More Plates, More Dates, spoke about this.
Whenever it comes up, she laughs nervously and blushes, and Larry has a big goofy smile on his face. I don't know what to say, dude. I'm at a loss of words here.
Greg Doucette spoke about this. Mike Israetel, that asshole, he even spoke about this.
This is what Tren at 16 does.
How much it can affect you. And, even for me, I remember, I've spoke about it. I've told you guys about this before. I took Tren one time for, I think, 3 weeks. And, no shame if you like the bigger girls. But I was, normally
That's right. Girls do juice deals.
I'm not really attracted to the very, very big ones. But I took that shit and I got attracted. So it fucked me up. Wired my brain differently. Thank God since then I've recovered. But imagine.
The Tren demons are real.
You're doing this to a 16-year-old.
My bro started taking Tren and became a torta pounder. Dude, it happens. From what I hear. It just makes you absolutely feral.
Person just out of puberty. Imagine how it can affect you. And I think Larry is a perfect example of that, and a cautionary tale for kids not to mess with all this shit. So now, Larry, like I said, we all have kinks. Nothing to be ashamed of. Some we like crazier shit, and others just part
If she doesn't herniate your discs, she ain't my chick.
of being a human, right? But you can't go and start destroying people's lives like you have because of those kinks. And, I'm hoping that you've got...
What is the life-destroying stuff? Is that reserved for escalation? Is that on the back burner? Is that for a rainy day?
gotten older, you have matured, and those people that you have hurt, I believe they deserve closure in their lives, because their lives were affected by your actions. And saying that, seeing you with this new girl, she's your wife now, I was thinking, maybe you did find the perfect girl for you, because maybe she's into all the same exact things as you. And hopefully, she's not going to be hurt like the other people are. And as far as the other people that were affected,
he's basically saying she's matching his freak.
I believe, Larry, I think you should, give them closure, say sorry, because you have deeply affected their lives. And again, this video wasn't about shaming. And
I just want a wife and kids and them never to be exposed to what I've had to witness on this stream. Yeah, you gotta separate it. Personal life, private life, online, digital life. It's gotta be completely.
If you guys, spit out your...
I will suffer for them. I will subject myself to this information on their behalf.